Today we got some of the lowest rated players in FIFA taking on a full team of icons. To balance things out a bit though, I've made the low rated players as tall as possible and given them all 99 pace, whilst the icons all have 1 pace, and I've made them all as small as possible. And with their newfound pace, the low rated players improve slightly from their initial 47 and 48 ratings, whilst the icons, in having their pace drop down to 1, do of course now have lower ratings, with the fullbacks for instance both dropping down by 11 overall. Now though, first of all I'm going to be putting these two teams into a simulated season within career mode and we'll get to see how they perform there. Then secondly, the two teams will be going up against each other in a computer versus computer matchup and we'll get to see which team comes out on top. In terms of the simulated season, I'll be expecting the icons to flourish and the low rated players to struggle. When it comes to the computer versus computer gameplay however, things could be very different. The icons still have their technical abilities of course, and they'll no doubt cause the low rated players some serious problems. With no pace and an extreme height difference between the two teams though, the icons will surely struggle in certain situations, and it should be very interesting to see how this one plays out. Anyway though, if you are new to the channel and you want to see more videos like this from me in the future, then be sure to stick around and subscribe, and if you do go on to enjoy this video today, then please do leave it a like. Also, keep leaving your video suggestions for me in the comments section down below. I do read absolutely every single comment that's left for me, so if you do leave me a comment it will be seen, and you may just see your idea brought to life on the channel in the not too distant future. Let's crack on though, and let's get into this simulated season within career mode. Right then, so I've put both teams into the Airtricity League just to give the giant worst team the best chance possible of picking up some points. I've sent forward to the start of January, and it's now time to take a look at how they're both doing. I'm guessing that the tiny icons are going to be top of the table. Yep, they've won every single match that they've played. They've scored 74 goals, conceded just 4, and they've picked up 57 points in the process. Not bad going. The giant worst team, meanwhile, haven't won a single game yet. In fact, they've not picked up a single point. They've only scored 6 goals in 19 games, conceded 64, and they've got a goal difference of minus 58. Lou Grobo is their top scorer with 2 goals in 11 appearances, whilst 4 different players have picked up 1 assist. Whilst the tiny icons have got 4 players in the top 5 scorers in the league, they've also got 4 players in the top 5 assist providers, and they've got the best keeper in the league as well in Yashin. He's kept 15 clean sheets in 19 matches. Can the tiny icons keep this going until the end of the season though? Can they finish the season completely unbeaten? And will the giant worst team pick up any points whatsoever? Let's sim forward to the end of the season and let's find out. Well, the good news is that it wasn't a completely pointless season for them. They didn't win any matches whatsoever, but they did draw 2 in 36, so throughout the course of the season they picked up 2 points, only scored 15 goals, conceded 106, and they had a goal difference of minus 91, so not great, but could have been worse I suppose. At least they did get those 2 points on the board. Whilst the tiny icons, how many wins have they picked up? They won every single match that they played. 36 games, 36 wins, 138 goals scored, 108 points. I think it's fair to say that even with 1 pace, they've still done pretty well for themselves. Ronaldinho had a pretty ridiculous return of 35 goals in 36 appearances. Pele couldn't quite provide as many assists as Makaleni, and Yashin was the best keeper in the league, keeping 30 clean sheets in 36 matches. And it's no real surprise that in addition to winning the league, the tiny icons also won the EA Sports Cup. They've completed the double, and to be honest, they've absolutely smashed it. Anyway though, so in terms of that simulated season, the two teams were at completely opposite ends of the spectrum, but that was kind of what I was expecting, to be honest. The real challenge lies ahead though, and in terms of the computer versus computer matchup, anything could happen. It's the big boys with the kickoff then. It looks slightly like a bunch of children taking on their dads, but let's get into it and may the best team win. Wang Pang to take the corner now then. I'm not entirely sure what happened there. It looked like his arm was a little bit glitchy, but anyway, let's move on. Keeper knocks that up in the air and he's headed out of the ground and somehow it's gone over the bar. He had no problem whatsoever winning the header, but getting the ball on target proved to be a little bit of a difficulty. Gallagher with the ball out wide, he's gone down. Norville Williams is going to win the header though, he's also gone down. Everyone's just falling over at the moment. The tiny icons are just keeping possession very comfortably at the moment. They're not really doing too much with it, but they're running absolute rings around the giant worst team. They're making it look very easy, and as I say that, they've passed it straight to the opposition. McPherson's on it now, plays it inside to Woodcock, he moves it forward, McPherson's on it once again, running it down the right wing. What can he do here? Plays it across, big opportunity, and the ball just kind of gets tangled up in his feet and they get rid of it. Maradona with the ball out wide now. Woodcock goes in for it and he sends Maradona absolutely flying. And just look at that height difference as he shows him the yellow card. And the game seems to have completely glitched out at this point. Gallagher seems to be stuck to the advertising boards and his stamina is running pretty low. Probably not the best use of his energy, I'm not going to lie. It's depleting very fast and he's not really got anything to show for it whatsoever. Wang moves it forward to Yin Kong Yao. What can he do here? Takes on his man, goes for it, and that is a pretty abysmal effort. Quite why they're showing a replay of it, I'm not too sure, but watching it again, it kind of looks even worse than it did the first time. That is a terrible miss. Tweed's got hold of it now. What can he do here? Lifts the ball forwards. And he's nearly beaten the goalkeeper. I'm pretty sure that was a pass, but when the keeper's that small, anything can happen, and he's very nearly scored from it. Ronaldo's on the attack here. He's won the tackle. It drops for them quite kindly. Ronaldo's back on it, and I thought that was going to find the corner of the net. Massive save there from the keeper. Corner kicks come now then. Pele whips that one across, chests it. Terrible attempt at a clearance, but it just about works out for them. So it's level at the break, and I'd say that that's a pretty fair reflection of how things have played out so far. Neither team really deserves to be in the lead, and as it stands, neither team is in the lead. So yeah, both teams have had one shot on target. The tiny icons have had more possession, haven't really done enough with it though. They've been very fluid in terms of their passing game, but on the offensive end, not really done enough. They have had one big chance, but then again, so have the giant worst teams. So very even in that first half, but let's get into the second and let's see if anything changes. Gallagher with the ball out wide, whips it across on the ground. They got a massive height advantage, and that is the kind of cross they're putting in. There are extreme levels of intelligence on display here. Here they come once again now then, working the ball into the box, and that is such a bad cross that the tiny icon has won the header. Brilliant. Throw-ins come now then. Woodcock throws it over and he's booted that straight out of play. The quality of gameplay just keeps on getting better. At least from the bench though, they still have hope. Wang Peng whips that one across and he's completely missed the ball. Pele's got hold of it, launches that one clear. It's going to drop for Bucci surely. He heads it across to Hope. Ryan's got hold of it. And they're just toying with them. Now look at this. Brilliant pass in football. Wing Kong Yao gets taken out on the edge of the box and that is a free kick. Nice little dummy there. Leaving it for Wang Peng. And that wasn't too far off to be fair. Here comes Yin Kong Yao working the ball into the box. Is he going to sweat it across? Nope, he kicks Baresi up the bum and he's gone flying up in the air. What on earth am I witnessing here? No goals inside 90 minutes then, 30 more to come. Let's see what happens. Here they come now then with a big chance for Yin Kong Yao, and that is absolutely shocking. He hangs his head in shame. He knows it's a disaster of a shot. He was closer to hitting the corner flag than the corner of the net. Maradona with the ball out wide now then, taking on his man, and that is a massive clearance. Corner kick to come now then. He launches that one to the edge of the box. Wang Peng had it covered though. Knocks it up towards Tweed. He's up against Baresi. Knocks him to the ground, and somehow he still doesn't win the ball. Mateus launches that one forward and Pele, I think you might have been slightly offside there, mate. 15 more minutes to come now then. Is anyone going to score or is this one destined for a penalty shootout? Pele's got hold of it here, slides it through to Garincha, and that is an awful challenge. He's given away a penalty. It's coming towards the end of the match and that could well be game over. Awful decision to go in for the slide challenge there. He's messed it up. I'm not entirely sure what the referee's doing. He's just kind of staring at his abs and yeah, let's take another look at that. Awful challenge. Pele steps up then and he saved it. That is a massive confidence booster. If this does end up going to a penalty shootout, he knows that he's already saved one from probably their best penalty taker, Pele. Brilliant save. And that is the final whistle. We're heading to a penalty shootout. The big man has already stopped Pele from the spot. Can he do it again in the shootout? It's the Giant worst team with the first penalty then, and they've made a bit of a mess of that one. Mateus is up next. Can he score? Of course he can. He finds the bottom corner. Keeper's devastated. Peck's up next. Can he make it 1-1? No. Straight down the middle. Doesn't work out. Pele, can he make it 2-0? Yes, of course. Finds the corner of the net. Yin Kong Yao is next to take, and he's absolutely blazed it over the bar. So it's Ronaldinho with the chance to win it. He finds the top corner. I thought the keeper was going to save that, but he didn't quite get to it. No goals in 120 minutes, but in terms of the shootout, it was all over with very quickly. And I don't know what Yashin's done with his kit, but I definitely like it. Anyway though, so it's the tiny icons that get to lift the trophy. The Giant worst team took them the full 120 minutes. When it came to the shootout though, it just didn't have quite enough quality from the spot. And ultimately, it's the tiny icons that pick up the victory. Anyway though, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Leave it a like if you have done. Have an awesome day, and I'll catch you again next time.